My soul needed a savage friend, a weird daredevil, but do you mend? My life became a dead end. Big C got me on the wrong track. Fought the cancer in a cul-de-sac. Lean says bite back. On life's jacked racetrack we react. Lacking the cool, but we lean and we loo.
안녕하세요. 저는 루입니다.
안녕하십니까. 저는 리안입니다.
I had to think for a second if like this was a Korean video or what it was. I was like, I'm not saying hello, I'm saying 안녕하세요.
Well, it is IU, so unless she suddenly became non-Korean.
She's Hawaiian now.
Hey, I got asked the other day if I was Jewish.
Oh, did you? That's interesting.
Like, it's just a tan, dude.
I get asked every day if I'm Australian. I'm like, I'm not Australian. Okay, I'm a South African that is now an American. So.
The most infuriating thing is I get asked quite a lot if I'm Irish.
Yeah, that's the same as me being asked if I'm Australian. You don't ask a South African if they're Australian.
Exactly. You don't tell a Scottish person they're Irish either.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude. It's not even close.
We actually sound more like we're from New Zealand. And sometimes I, even as a South African, confuse people from New Zealand with South Africans. But everybody else in the world thinks we're Australian. So
the one and only time that I've ever been confused about an Irish-Scottish thing, we were at an author event and there was I think he was like a singer, but he was talking in between the songs. And he sounded Irish the first time and then he sounded Scottish the second time. And I was like, am I tripping? What is going on here? So after listening to him through his entire set, I kept saying to Jackie, I honestly cannot tell if that's just Irish or Scottish. And this is the first time in my life and it really perplexed me. She's like, go and ask him. So I did. I got up at the end and I went over and I'm like, dude, no, it'd be funny here, but are you Irish or Scottish? And he's like, both. One parent of each. She's like, my accent's really mixed. And I was like, thank you. I was like, because you really had me like, what is he?
I know. He
had like some Scottish words and then he had like an Irish accent, but it would like be like, it was so mixed, it was so weird.
It is so weird. Oh. Okay, let's do IU. We're doing celebrity. We were told to do celebrity by one of the comments. So this is what we're going to do. And we have no idea where this is or what this is. But let's do it.
Okay. Right, you ready?
I'm ready.
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 세상에 모서리 그 부정하게 커버린 걸칫거리 outsider 걸음걸이 옷차림 이어폰 넘어 플레이리스트 음악까지 다 minor 넌 빠르지 넓은 고개 위 환한 빛 조명이 어디를 비추는지
Like I said it last time, but she truly is the Korean Disney princess.
She is.
Like, this song even feels like a movie. Like, you know, like...
Princess Bride. No, not Princess Bride.
Princess Diaries.
To Princess Diaries, that's it.
It feels like this is the intro to a movie about her life and she's some, like, I can't even say that word, conglomerate princess, and we're about to see her glamorous, sad, isolated life. Like, she totally is.
Totally. She's amazing.
I love her.
내려도 전이 결국 알게 되길 더 원하는 You're my celebrity 잊지 마넌 흐린 어둠 사이 왼손으로 그린 별 하나
I really love that. You're a star painted with a left hand. That is like the cutest. I want that.
You put that as a tattoo.
I'm writing that down. Like how
I missed that. Go back to it because I missed that.
That line just sums up. That line is perfect. I love it. I don't know how far it was.
어둠 사이 왼손으로 그린 별 하나 보이니 그 유일함이 얼마나 아름다운지 말야 You're my celebrity.
Okay, go back to Now you've got an IU tattoo coming.
I do. I'm going to get like a really odd shape, like an imperfect. I'm going to draw a star in my left hand and it's going with it.
Oh, that is so cute. I love
It's
that
going
so
to
much.
join my music arm. I love that. I just feel like that is such a... You may be a little bit crooked and a little bit wonky, but you're still a freaking star.
You are. It speaks so much to our weirdness.
It does.
And I think it also speaks to like people on the spectrum, like you, who have always felt different, but then you're a star in your own way. Because I mean, you are a
Exactly.
star.
Somebody just drew me with their left hand.
Exactly.
I love it. She's
Okay.
such a poet.
She is. Go back a little bit. She reminds me of like Taylor Swift, but I think her poetry is a little bit better. I'm just being biased. But
I'm really liking the lyrics to this song. Even though it's about her being an idol, it's about self-love again. She's really big. She's an advocate for loving yourself.
she is, and the beat to this, the chorus is so super
very
darn
catchy.
catchy. This
It
song's
is.
going straight on my Spotify immediately. So
I like it a lot too. Right, you ready?
ready.
Is this how far back you want me to go?
Yeah, this is cool.
얼마나 아름다운지 말야. You're my celebrity. 지쳐버린 표정 마치 전원을 꺼놓은 듯이 심장 소린 to quiet.
So good.
네가 가진
I don't know if it's just me today and I'm in that frame of mind, but this song is giving me so much inspiration for a story. Like the NV and the song itself, it's just, do you know that way you sometimes get like a really excited feeling and you're like, oh my god, this song has become a muse. Like that's how I'm feeling right now. Maybe it's because it's been a while since I like sat down and wrote like full on intense hyper focus, and I'm getting all excited thinking because she's portraying this like well-rounded, confident, independent, successful woman, but there's all this amazing like scenery and these scenes, and it's just giving me movie feels, and I'm like, I want to write a story now.
I know, this is I'm super excited the minute I watched this. I had all sorts of ideas popping into my head, the writer brain.
It does. It's a very inspiring song, isn't it? And it's also giving you the whole feels and like it's okay not to be perfect, but to love yourself and to like value yourself.
Well, and that's the thing is, I like the message where it goes, "You're my celebrity," because that could appear like that could be a message to yourself, like you're my celebrity in the mirror. But it can also be a message to people that you value in your life, that friendships, like Lean, you're my celebrity, in the sense that
yeah, I'm a celebrity, okay?
in the sense that like you just have this complete appreciation for somebody that you have in your life, and you're just like, how did I get so lucky to have that person in my life to bring
Guys,
such...
it's because Lou fangirls me, okay? That's why I'm a celebrity, okay?
I do fangirl her. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like JK with Junie. I'm like
and I'm like sugar. And I'm just like, okay.
okay.
Oh,
But it's true. It's like I just feel like sometimes you have people that bring positivity in your life, and you're just so grateful to have them in your life. Especially, I've mentioned this before, going through cancer. Like Lean has been such a bright, shining beacon as a friend to me, and like I'm just eternally grateful. So
who knew all those shut up your wine and get off your ass were actually shiny, bright, positive messages?
You did not say that. Shut up your whining.
Maybe I should from now on. I'm ruining my street kid by being a little too sunshiny.
She pretends to be nasty, but she's not. She's not. She's not. Okay.
Lies. Right, you ready?
Ready.
반짝거린 상상력 INTP까지 모조리 다야. 넌 말했지 아직 어차피 널 위해 쓰였지. 오래된 사랑이 헤매도 전 네 웃음 짓게 되길 더 원하는 You're my celebrity 잊지 마 넌 흐린 어둠 사이 왼손으로 그린 별 하나 보이니 그 유일함이 얼마나 아름다운지 말야 You're my celebrity
I'm pausing it before it goes on again. Do you know what this is? This song is an empowering pep talk.
It is.
It's like a reassuring hug while giving yourself a pep talk.
It's beautiful. And it also has that message of, it's like, because I think there was one part, I can't remember what she exactly said, being unfinished or starting out your journey, just being like, that can apply to any time in life. So like, obviously you guys know we're in like our 40s and we're still starting over and we're still doing new things and we're still exploring, you know, it's like have the confidence to do that and the comfort to do that, you know.
Exactly. I feel like that feeling, you know, that feeling when somebody makes you feel like everything's going to be okay?
Yeah.
That is all wrapped up in the form of a song.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what this song is. That is the feeling that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, I totally agree. And even the like tone of the music, it just makes you feel upbeat and happy and positive. Like it's a really upbeat song.
I can see why IU kind of becomes the kind of idol that infects people and becomes important to them and they become super fans. I can see why she's so popular because she's able to translate so easily so many emotions and feelings in just such a simple song, and she's so good with her lyrics. Like, I mean, I just picked straight out the first few lines of a song and I'm like, that is going to be forever imprinted on my body now. Thank you, IU.
Well, and that's it. And like even this song, she always brings attitude to it. She's got that slight bit of like, it's like the girl in the shadows wearing the leather and the, like that's that like determination. She represents determination and like pushing and like.
It's that though. It's that confidence in her that kind of adds the reassurance that she means it, that it really is going to be okay, because she feels like a person you could lean on and would like, she'd be there for you, and she's stable. She feels like a very strong, grounding person.
She does.
And it's really weird to say from through a song, but you get that from her.
You do. She's
Sounding
amazing.
like a crazy person right now, but
Some IU live. Oh.
Live IU.
She's our sister.
Sister from another
mother.
I was going to say mister. I mean, technically, you could be a sister from another mister. That's why we're not the same race.
It rhymes, sister from another mister. Oh,
yeah, my biological dad probably fathered many. So, you know, welcome to the club. Okay, right, ready?
Ready.
발자국마다 이어진 별자리 그 서투른 걸음이 새겨놓은 이 그림 오롯이 너를 만나러 가는 길 거리로 가면 돼 정선을 따라 잊지 마 이 오랜 겨울 사이 온통
It's definitely a song to herself because she's seeing herself. Oh, you off again? Jesus Christ. Honestly, I look away for just a second and it's another bout of Loo tears.
Oh, she just broke me now. She broke me. She broke Loo.
I mean, it's not hard to break Loo nowadays, to be quite honest.
Oh, like flat sobbing.
Oh, which was it? Was it the fact that she realised that she's talking to herself through all of this?
It is, but it's the oh, I had to compose myself. It's the like message of like an autograph done in steps, a drawing done like slowly. It's like you building your persona and who you are as a human over time. Doesn't come quickly. Like a lot of kids think like when you turn 20 or you leave school that you suddenly have to know who you are, but that's not how life
that
works.
Line there. A flower can bloom between the frozen cracks. It basically means no matter what start you have in life, where you come from, you can be anything.
Yeah.
You can be from a wee cracked piece of paving that like is where the dog pees, and you can still bloom a flower there. So it doesn't matter where you start. It's where you end up is down to you and your own positivity and your own hard work.
It is, and I think like for me it was like she caught me there because I feel like you're not expected to know exactly who you're supposed to be the minute you leave being a teenager. It's like a long journey, and like sometimes you fail, and sometimes you fall down, and sometimes you get up, and sometimes life sucks, and sometimes like life can just be like a blackboard where everything's wiped off, and you have to start again, which is where I'm at, and you just have to say, okay, that's okay, like. It doesn't make me a weak person or a bad person or a shitty person. It just means like I have to just be kind to myself and nurture myself, and like I will grow again, you know. So sorry, it's like that got me so bad. So
I think, yeah, it also talks to some people struggle with it more than others about finding out who they are and what their strengths are. Like everyone's different. Like sometimes your friends can seem like they're doing so much better than you, and then there can be that one friend who goes their entire life not really knowing who they are, because I feel like it comes down to you also being a people pleaser too.
Yeah.
You always sacrifice a part of yourself and your own happiness and your own desires and wants to try and be the good person, the person that's there for other people. So just be a selfish bitch like me and then you'll be fine.
It's true. And it's also the expectations of your parents or your family, like, oh, you have to do this, you have to ignore who you are authentically because maybe they want you to do something different. So
I feel like in a way that's one thing being autistic has actually done me a favor with, because I lack it's not that I don't understand social boundaries and social, like, what's the word I'm looking for? The rules. Yeah. It's that I have zero interest in them, and that I've never conformed to what was expected or wanted. And in a way, it kind of gave me the freedom that other people don't have. Like, I never went through that whole not knowing who I was, because autistic people are very strongly, like, we're very self-aware.
Yeah.
We're very like stubborn and single-minded, and we won't be swayed by peer pressure or like social cues. That was what I was looking for. I feel like that did me a favor.
Yeah.
Whereas I can definitely see how you're much more emotional and like a people pleaser, and you're very aware of people and their happiness and the people around you. I can see why you struggle with that more.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to break you and make you cry.
Well, crying's not a bad thing. I know you think it is, but it's not a bad thing. I think like it's natural at some points in your life to cry as you make transitions.
I've cried. I cried when there was no chocolate ice cream left the other day. I was so raging.
You cried in Louder Than Bombs, and I'm never going to let that go.
Oh, wait. I sent you a message the other day and said I had a tear. What was it? Your cancer announcement. There, see? I almost cried because you said you were cancer-free.
Yeah, you almost did.
Yeah, so I had a moment. I was like, oh. There we go. That was it.
I went, guys, for my next mammogram, because obviously I've been dealing with cancer, and yeah, I'm cancer free right now. So I started crying in the freaking locker room. Like, I heard the news and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. But like the stress of like knowing that I have to go for more screenings and worrying about cancer coming back. Once I got into the change room, the locker room, I just broke down and bawled. Like, I haven't cried like that throughout my whole cancer, but the relief knowing that like I can move on with my life, and like obviously I have to do regular screenings, but move on with my life and be now cancer free hopefully for a long time. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I got like 3 voice notes of Lou's incessant sobbing. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it's so funny. Okay, back to IU.
Right, you ready?
Yeah. Do Beautiful duet.
So pretty. You're my celebrity.
I actually really like that song.
It deserves the la 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 like list, I think.
It does. It's very catchy and upbeat, but I really like the message. I've always been a sucker for a really good empowering song. If you haven't noticed, women power and all that. I feel like that's my jam.
I think
And
so too.
I do like pop. I just don't listen to it as much as I used to.
Yeah, I'm the same. I have so many so many different genres. This will fit nicely in my playlist as well. You know, I just feel like, especially in the next few months while I'm working hard, getting ready to move countries, and I just feel like this is a really motivational song. So
yes, that totally makes me think of you. Like, this is a song you should be listening to quite a lot.
Yeah, I love it, guys.
I said so.
That recommendation was fire.
Yeah, we enjoyed that. And dudes, what do you think? Do you think I should draw a star with my left hand and get it put on to match this kind of tattoo and have IU? Where would I put it? Guys, suggestions. Where shall I stick it? I'm running out of arms.
Stick it there. Stick it there.
I've just nothing on the inside.
Yeah, no, I think you definitely need to get that. That is like the coolest thing ever.
As I've seen it, you know how sometimes a quote is just like your quote.
Yeah,
that is my quote.
It is. It totally embodies like everything about everything about us. So that's so cool. I love that.
I love it.
So.
Okay, yes, one for the like us. We liked it. So you got more suggestions like this, chuck them our way. And we have not forgot that we need to create an IU bear. We've just got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Louise is learning Korean to move to Korea. She's also studying to do her English degree. She's in the middle of working a day job and doing loads of other stuff. And she is the main illustrator for the Lean and Loo bears. So, yeah.
Sorry.
It will come. It will come.
I have like 3 or 4 weeks left of intense studying. And then one of the courses that I'm doing should fall away a little bit. And then I can be okay. Like, I'm trying to get to Korea by September, but we'll
exciting! Woohoo!
Yay! So.
I expect some days Daiso.
Some what?
Daiso products. You have to go to Daiso and take a video and be like, Lean, look. It's kind of like the pound shop, but with lots more crafty stuff. And you'll be like, everything is in Daiso. So you have to go to Daiso.
See, I didn't know what that was. So you'll have to give me directions.
It's going to become your new best pal shop.
I've already started saving on TikTok when I see nice Korean places to go. I've started like saving them as favorites so I can go to them. So
Daiso is like, it's not just in Korea, it's in like Japan and everything. I think it's actually a Japanese shop, but it's got everything. It's super cheap. You need to go and Google it after this and look. I'm obsessed with Daiso. I've got so many people that occasionally send me stuff from Daiso. And like one day I will be in a country that has a Daiso.
I'll be sending you loads, so don't stress. Yeah. So, well, thanks, guys. that is going on our la like list, and that was freaking awesome.
It is, and thank you for inspiring yet another tattoo, because I have so much money to spend on tattoos. But
I just love that was a beautiful line that she made. So beautiful.
It is. It's, I tell you, that is not only. You know what? I'm going to make a piece of art and put that line in it, print it off and stick it on my wall. And I'll show you guys in the next IU video what I do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that needs like a little print.
It does. Even you can make it into like key rings and stuff too.
Oh. And just plaster myself in it. Just walk around being like,
hey, I'll have bling with that. Like,
yeah, I'll send you some.
You should put it on. Well, you can't because it's a quote from a song. You can't sell it.
Yeah, you can't sell it or anything. Yeah. No, but I'll send you a badge. It's just going to just be adorned everywhere now.
Yep.
Okay, we will catch you guys in the next one.
Bye. You did a good job, Leanie.
Please don't.
Hey, fan bears. So fluffy.
What is actually wrong with you? You're such a freak.
Dance dance.
System failure.
Lean, 사랑해.
Ew.